Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Join Terry with Tracer Rounds every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to hear interviews with veteran artists, veteran business owners, and businesses that support veterans. Catch us on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and MB Radio. If you miss a show, you can listen again on Wreaths Across America Radio every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Tune in to see if you are on target. MBR, giving veterans a voice.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
And welcome back to the Trace Arounds podcast. And I'm Terry, your host. And with me tonight is Dave Moody, and he's with the band Hairball.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear? Do you have audio? May need earbuds, maybe.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you.
Well, while we're working that out, Dave is from...
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hold on. Let's see if we can get him... see if we can get him back in just a second. He's from the band Hairball, and Hairball is a tribute band. Here, we got him back. Hold on one second. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can.
Oh, amen. Yay. We got it worked out. Technical difficulties all figured out. So this is Dave Moody from Hairball, the band. It's a tribute arena rock bombastic band. Can you welcome, first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the band for those that aren't familiar, and kind of what you do in your genre of music, that type of thing?
Yeah, it's a celebration from everything. The biggest artists from the 70s and 80s with, full makeup, 5 video walls, more pyro than a 70s Kiss concert. And we're there to burn your eyes out of your head, make your eardrums bleed, and leave you sticky, broken, and confused. And we just have a great time doing it. And we do it all over the country, and it's just a wonderful experience.
So you're celebrating 25 years, the band is, right?
26.
26.
As of January, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So I know you played for the Packers-Vikings game in 2023 on New Year's Eve. And so were you guys voting for the Vikings or the Packers? I saw who won, but who were you voting for?
Well, we're from Minnesota, so of course it was the Vikings.
That's what I was going to ask, where you're from. So that makes perfect sense. And the Vikings are one of my favorite too. So I was really hoping they would have won that game, but
right.
unfortunately. So the different bands that you do tributes to, some of them are like AC/DC, Kiss, um, Motorhead, Van Halen. What all bands do you tribute, or how would you put it? I don't know if you call them tributes or what do you call them? Just performances of the band? I don't know the right terminology here.
Well, tribute would be a good word. But we take it to the next level by doing costuming and makeup. And the actual costumes look just like the costumes. The characters sound just like the characters. So we pay it proper respect when we get up there and play. We're not pulling any punches, so to speak. We're paying the respect that these artists deserve, and paying attention to the music and the song structures and the instruments that they used, and even the graphics that they might have used. So it's total encompassing. We want to suspend disbelief for the audience members. So whenever they come to see us play, we want them to look up there and go, I know that's not Gene Simmons, but damn, that is really close. Or, man, I know that's not Alice Cooper or Freddie Mercury or Axl Rose, but man, that is as close as it gets. And just to live in the spirit world of the greatest rock and roll hits that was ever written. So that's what we try to do, make you suspend disbelief and enjoy yourself like beyond measure.
And I actually downloaded a clip of your performance at the football game. So I was wanting to play a little bit of it so that way our audience could see and feel the experience of Hairball. And then I also, because I wanted to talk about your trip to Kuwait, and I also downloaded the video that you have of your time over there. So I wanted to play that too, and then have you kind of explain that experience to us. But we'll play this. It's 6 minutes and 32 seconds, and we don't have to play all of it, but at least I wanted to play at least a little bit of it so the audience could kind of get an idea of the type of performances that you guys offer. So I'm going to go ahead and play it right now. Hold on.
Sure.
Shout it,
Let's see your flashlights out there. Let us see you. Come on. Everybody. She was a fast machine. She kept the motor clean. Was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had the sightless eyes, telling me no lies, and knocking me out with those American flies. Taking more than a share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. Cause the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching, and we were begging and you shook me all night long. Come on. Yeah, you shook me all night long. And working double time on the seduction line. She was one of a kind, just a mind on mine. Wanted no applause, just another cause. Made a meal out of me, then come back for more. Had to cool me down to take another round. Now we're back in the ring to take another swing. Walls start shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were begging and you shook me all night long. Oh, you shook me all night long. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shook me all night long. You really took me that you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me when you took my all night long. Let's go, Vikings! Skull! Happy New Year!
Give it up for Hairball.
And that was you doing AC/DC, right?
It was, yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
why I decided to play to the end, because I wanted to get your performance in there too. So I think you did a really great job as the lead singer for AC/DC. So, how did you get started in this? When did you start your music career? Was it really early, or was it like in high school, or at what point did you decide that this is what you wanted to do?
I knew at a very young age that I wanted to play music for a living, but I didn't get started in the industry in the business until right out of high school. So, it was a long time, between figuring that I wanted to do it and then actually executing to where I started playing live. So I was probably 18 whenever I played my first show, 18 or 19 years old. And I've been doing it ever since. So I've been in the industry for 37 years now, which has just been amazing.
That's awesome. So how did you start? How would you coach somebody else if they were trying to get started? What did you do to get yourself out there, to get yourself in to where you are right now?
It's a bit different now than what it was when I was growing up, because whenever I was growing up, networking was a big deal. It still is today, but back then it was more one-on-one, face-to-face networking. Today it's more social media and things of that nature. So it's a bit different, but I guess the best advice that I can give anybody if they're going to get into this industry is have thick skin, work hard, get results. Pay attention to the small things. The little details matter. And just go to work every day, get something accomplished. Small victories lead to big wins. So you just got to keep pushing that envelope and making sure that you're doing something every day that's advancing your career every single day. You can't just rest on what you accomplished yesterday. You got to keep working, and I do it to this day. I keep working every day to make sure that I'm maintaining not only what I have, but trying to set it up on the tee to hit it tomorrow, to make sure that I get more accomplished. So work, and more work is on the schedule. And the beatings will continue until morale improves. So I guess that's my best advice for anybody that wants to get into the music industry.
Well, you really have to have a lot of energy to perform like you guys do. I mean, that's a very athletic performance. That's not just sitting down, resting on your laurels, playing a guitar on a stool or something like that. You guys are high energy all over the stage, and you're bouncing around from here to there. It's like, how do you keep up that energy level? Do you work out to do that, or do you just naturally get adrenaline rush when you're out on stage and it just takes over?
Well, you want to stay in shape wearing the costumes that we got to wear. Nobody wants to see it the other way. I promise you that. So we make sure that we pay attention to what we put in our bodies, and we want to look good. We want to make sure that the costumes look proper, and the characters look good, and it's visually stunning as well as audio. From a sonic standpoint, you want to make sure that sounds good, and that it looks good, and the visuals match the sonic part of the show. So that's what we do. We just make sure that we stay in shape. We work out, and it's just a blessing to do this job. So why wouldn't you want to look as good as you possibly could?
Right. It looks like lots of fun. It looks like you guys are enjoying yourselves. And there's 6 members in your band, right? And
Correct.
but not all of you joined at the same time, right? You didn't start with the same group that's playing right now, did you?
No, everybody's got an extensive resume. Everybody on that stage has done something of significance in their life before Hairball. They're paid assassins, is what they are. They're just so good at what they do. They're just high quality people and high quality talent. And it's a blessing. It's God's gift to be able to play with people like that. It's amazing to look over and see the people that I get to tour the planet with on a nightly basis. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you have a big tour coming up too, don't you? You're actually going to Denver on the 16th and then Colorado Springs on the 17th, right?
Correct. We're kind of easing into the new tour, but this year's probably going to be our most ambitious tour. I've heard anywhere upwards of 175 to 200 shows could happen this year. I
Wow.
don't know, but we'll see. It's going to be a lot, and we're going out of the country. We're going, of course, we're going to hit old haunts. We're going to hit new haunts. We're going to or new places to play, and we're just going to preach the gospel of rock and roll better than any Billy Graham convention could ever do it. So,
Well, I think you guys do a real good job at that. The costumes are amazing, like you say, and they are on par with what the bands would have wore and what they did. Maybe even I don't think any of them are still wearing some of those costumes because I don't think they kept the same shapes you guys have got right now. I think they may have transitioned a bit, maybe.
rounds of shape too. So there you go.
True enough, and I fit that. I fit that, and I feel that. So I completely understand. So I know that just after Christmas, you guys went to Kuwait. So what prompted you to go over to Kuwait and play for the service members over there?
Well, that was to get into that portion of it is pretty amazing. They hit us up on Facebook. There's a large Duluth contingency there at Aliyah Salim. Shout out to all of our people at Aliyah Salim. Hopefully they see this.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's just wonderful people reaching out to us, big fans of Hairball, and wanted to see if we would come and play for the troops for Christmas. And there wasn't one person that remotely hesitated at the thought of giving back to these amazing people and having the opportunity to go over there and actually show them how much we love them and appreciate them was a very big deal for us because we're an extremely, extremely patriotic band. And we're grateful for all of their sacrifice. And so it was nothing for us to fly 28 hours one way, stay there for a couple of days, and then fly 28 hours back, just one show. And somebody asked me, kind of like what you're doing, what it meant. For me, my resume's good. It reads pretty well. I've done some cool things, and I'm not saying that it's an arrogant statement. I'm just saying that I've done some cool things that I've been blessed to do.
Yeah.
You just saw the Vikings game. That's very, very
Yes,
cool.
that's super cool.
Everything that I've done in my career pales second to what we did in Kuwait because of the significance of it and what it was about, what it meant. And the gratitude that they showed and the humbleness that we were shown was amazing. So it can't be topped. It won't be topped. It's just amazing. We'll get to do it again, but it'll be the same result and it'll feel the same. And nothing's going to top performing for the people that we, that take care of us and make sure that we're safe, and to get to show them gratitude and thankfulness was just a huge honor.
Well, it was amazing that you did that. I mean, because like you said, it's a very long travel one way and then a very long travel coming back. So, and
It's
then
not a
just
joke. Yeah.
yeah, that's a very it's not for the faint of heart. That's a long trip. Yeah, and especially since you have to perform and all that too, and you're going through time zones and
It's got to come from here.
right, exactly, from a place of service and from a big heart. So I was going to play a little bit of that clip, or I play it. It's not very long. It's only a minute long, and then maybe you can tell us what was going on and what you were doing. Do you mind?
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's like a video game.
So here the right stick is how you move around and look around.
Should I record this or not?
Yeah.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
I think that's a pretty cool video.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to break down there, but they took us to different squadrons and let us do different things. One of them was the EOD unit that does the bomb hunting and disarming IEDs out in the field. So those guys are just amazing people, special people.
Yeah.
Then you just saw a demolition there that they controlled demolition with C4 and diesel and gasoline mixed together, and then you blew something up, and how they would do it out in the field.
Yeah.
And then when you saw the lasers, the laser was amazing because it was on a Humvee, and it was. They asked us. They said, "Who wants to shoot a $5 million laser?" And we all just went up with our hands.
Right. Yeah.
So they set up some steel out in the middle of the desert, and they set us up, and we got to we took a controller and just melted through steel. So it was amazing. There was so many things that we got to see, and some stuff I can tell you and some stuff I can't, but a lot of it was really, really cool. All of it was really, really cool. And see and meet the people behind all of this stuff was so spectacular. I mean, you could tell how proud they were of what they do. You could tell they were happy we were there. And you could tell that they wanted us to stay. And we was like, we want to stay. We want to stay. So it was really, really cool. And I don't know how else to say how grateful we were for the experience. I hope there's more of it. We want to do more.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm so glad you got to do that, and I know they were thankful that you were there. You can tell there was all smiles, just showing what they did, and then just having you there and having you experience some of their day was probably just the highlight of their whole deployment, I can imagine.
Absolutely, it was. It was wonderful. Well, I'd like to think so, but it was for us for sure. And to see the joy and the tears of just having some semblance of home in front of them, and to feel normal for a few hours was wonderful. It was just great. I mean, just all good feelings, all good vibes.
Absolutely. So how many characters do you play, or not play, but perform as in the shows? I'm curious.
I can do upwards to 8.
Oh, wow.
I can do upwards to 8, but we tend to, this new tour, we're adding, like, normally we do 4 in an evening a piece. Like, we got 3 singers and we do 4. But this year
Mhm.
we're adding a character a piece, which is upping it to 15, and then the band's doing a song, which makes it 16. So you're seeing 16 bands in one night essentially. So it's just an amazing production. The way this thing rolls, this crazy rock and roll circus that we have, the way it stays on point, and we're able to deliver the show the way we do is it's pretty amazing. And I'm just thankful to be a part of it.
Well, you can see that, in that clip that from the Super Bowl, or not the Super Bowl, but the Vikings versus Packers, that halftime show, you can see how it seamlessly transitions from one genre or one group to another. Um, it doesn't miss a beat, basically. It's just, it's ongoing. The heartbeat just continues, and then it's just another performance. It's really very interesting how you integrate that so quickly, and it doesn't feel like you really left one band to go the other, but you have, because
Mhm.
it's so seamless. I love the way it transitions that way.
Yeah, that's the way people expect it. Just a rapid fire smorgasbord. Let's go. You don't like something? Wait 2 songs. You're gonna like something that we do. I promise you that.
And so what I've heard that you guys do when you're getting into character, depending upon if you've got the makeup or any, any special clothing or that needs to be changed, is that the other one is performing, doing their solo, and then the other one's getting ready, and then that's when the transition happens. But I heard that you all do your own makeup.
Yes, correct. We do our own makeup. I do all my Gene makeup, my D. Snyder and Alice Cooper makeup, and Chris does his Paul Stanley and his other effects, and Patrick does his. So yeah, we're very strong in the makeup field.
It's amazing. I don't think I would know how to put it all on. So how did you learn how to put it on? Did you get to meet the bands that you're tributing or that you're performing as?
Yeah, we have met them, but the actual application was trial and error. You just got to learn how to do it, and
Right.
nothing says that like sitting in front of a mirror and just, you know, going at it. Well, that looks bad, or that looks good, or
Right.
I'm missing over here. This is kind of tilted that way or crooked or whatever. And you learn, you learn symmetry, and it takes a minute to do it, but once you get it, you got it, and it's good.
How long does it take you to do makeup like Jane?
I can do Gene in as short a time as 27 minutes, which is
That's
pretty
pretty
fast.
fast. Yeah, because that's a whole
Um,
lot of makeup.
and it looks really good when I do it. But most of the time, I give myself an hour. I give myself an hour just to piddle with it,
Yeah.
and because he's always the first character, so
Oh,
that's what I do.
really? So what song do you typically sing of Kiss as Jean?
Can vary. I shouted out loud to War Machine, to Dr. Love, to Rock and Roll Night, to it just goes on and on. There's
Right.
a plethora of Gene material, Deuce, um, that we can do, and then you never know. I mean, it's what we're feeling that night. Hey, you want to do War Machine tonight? Sure, let's do it. All right, cool. So and we do it. We'll just throw it in the list and do it.
Well, so I also heard that when you do a repeat performance somewhere, that you keep track of what you've done in the past and then you change it up for the next show. Is that the way you
That
typically
is
do that?
absolutely 100% correct. We tend to look at the set list and go, hey, what's the songs we did here last year? Well, let's switch that up. Let's make sure that we're not duplicating what we did. Let's give them something different. And we do that out of, just being conscious of the audience. We don't want them to see the same show every time. We want to change it up every single time.
And you do a lot of pyrotechnics because you could tell in the clip that we play that there was a lot going on besides just the music. There was a lot of smoke and noises and, so how did you learn how to do all that? I mean, when did you decide to incorporate that into your show?
Well, we have trained professionals to do it. I didn't learn how to do it. They just know how to do it. So we've got a guy, we've got a pyro technic, a pyrotechnic tech that comes out, and he's also our stage manager, and he sets everything up, and everything's choreographed like if he was going to go to a 4th of July show. Each character has its different explosions, and it has its different, stage set. So we have flamethrowers that will go up to 30 feet in the air, and they're set everywhere on stage. So you just got to be mindful of where you're going. You don't want to end up in the, the burn unit,
Right. Yeah, that would not be so good. That's amazing. So where do you want to see, or I guess, what is your favorite venue to play? Where do you want to see the band going?
Kuwait was my favorite place. I just loved it. I just loved it. But I've done, like I said, I mean, if it speaks to anything, I've played the Grand Ole Opry, I've played the Whiskey, I've played arenas, stadiums, and in front of thousands and thousands of people. But the most gratifying one by a wide margin was Kuwait at Ali Al Salim. It was just wonderful to not that the people that we play for are any less. It was the significance of the moment and what it meant to them and what it meant to us. So all that married together, and to be just an incredibly special moment.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that you said that too. And I'm sure they felt the same way about you guys coming, because, they asked and it was answered by a yes, and then you showing up and performing.
Emphatic yes. Emphatic yes.
That's amazing. I love that. So when you're touring so much, how do you have any downtime? And I know you said you love football, and you like sports and things like that, and golf. So how do you have time for any of that if you're going to tour 200 days a year? I mean, it seems like that's a pretty aggressive schedule.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of downtime when you're out on the road. So if you want to go play around the golf during the day, you can. If you want to ride your bicycle, you can. Because we have the best crew in the world. They're in there setting up. We don't sound check until 4:30. So we have plenty of time to do whatever our heart's desire may be. And if that's golf, or going for a walk, or going for a bike ride, or, going to the gym, or whatever it may be, that's where that lies. But when we're home, I just like to be home. I like to home is fantastic, which is where I'm at right now, in my basement.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you're at home, because you're getting ready to get really busy, it looks like.
Yes, it's going to be a heck of a year this year.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited for you. Denver is home to MBR, Military Broadcast Radio, too. So it's neat that one of the first shows that's coming up is in Denver. So I don't know if maybe I can get our president out there to see the show or not. I'm hopeful.
Have them hit Melissa up, and we'll be happy to take care of them. And we always love Denver. We love the Paramount. It always sells out. Just wonderful people. Denver's just so great. Always been great to us. And we look forward to it every single year that we get to go to Denver. We love it.
Yeah, Denver is really a neat place.
It is.
I got to visit the studio and meet up with our president, and so I got an opportunity to stay a little bit in Denver, and I really enjoyed my time. I've passed through there several times on my way to Idaho, but I definitely enjoy that. So
it's a great time.
So who, I guess, in the ones that you've performed with, that you do performances of, I guess, who is your favorite to perform with, or who have you gotten to perform with that you never thought you'd actually stay on the same stage and maybe sing with? Have you gotten to do that?
I've done that with many of my heroes.
Awesome.
I've been blessed to do that. But as far as picking a favorite character, it's like picking your favorite kid. You just can't do it.
Yeah,
it's just, they're all just great. I mean, they're just, the songs are great. The costumes are great. The memories of the character is great. It's just, it's awesome. I get to be my childhood heroes every single night. It's awesome.
That is amazing. And, the 80s, I think, is some of the best music that's been put out probably in the last 20 years. I still think that it's some of that music still resonates today. It's still relevant and it's still the heartbeat of a generation. And, I love that you're keeping it alive for this next generation, because my son was listening to something and I'm like, how do you know? And he was singing it. And I was like, how do you know that? He goes, oh, it's in my video game. So they're putting some of those 80s songs in video games, and so they're resurging based on that, and I love that, opportunity for a new generation to hear them too. So you're part of that whole revival of 80s and 90s music that, needs to touch the next generation because I think it was some of the best music that was played, and the bands were amazing. Like you said, the costumes and just the performances of those bands. I mean, it wasn't just them playing music, it was them performing the
Yeah,
music
you
and
said it better
perform.
than I ever could have said it. You're exactly right, 100%.
Yeah, I love to watch all those performances, because we grew up, or at least I did, on MTV and getting to see the band for the first time because before it was just radio and you didn't really ever see them unless you just caught them in a magazine or something maybe, but you really got to see them perform the music and see the music in a different light because of the way the video was, put together because maybe it was like a story that was being told and maybe it wasn't necessarily a true story, but you still saw the music in another light and you're like, oh, I never thought of that. And so just getting to see the band as performers, not just musicians, was really a treat, I think.
Absolutely, 1,000%. I could not agree more. It was a wonderful time to be alive.
And it's a wonderful time to be alive because Hairball is bringing that experience back to the new generation and to some of us that have appreciated that, when the music was new.
Exactly, exactly. So come on out. We'd love to see you. Come on out and enjoy. Bring your beers up and sing the choruses to the greatest hits and the greatest time of rock and roll history. And you're going to walk in, but you're going to float out. We can't wait to see you.
That's amazing. Is there anything that you'd like to just put out to an audience or just to anybody in general, just about what you do or about how they should, how important it is for people to engage with music and how it really, in my mind, it heals a generation because it spans generations and it's a way to get people together when people are so disconnected or so on polar opposite sides of different issues. But music, I think, transcends all of that and really brings people together and can really bring us into a place of maybe understanding. And so I love that you do that because I think we need more of that.
Oh, I could not agree more. And yeah, you're saying everything that I would say. Yeah, absolutely. When you come to our show, I was just telling this to a friend the other day. When you look out, there are no parties. There's no lines drawn. There's no, you have to think as I do, or we're not going to be friends. There's no Democrats, no Republicans. There's no this, there's no that. But there's just people in a room enjoying a moment and living, breathing, and being in a moment together. And it's so wonderful. And the most important thing that I can tell you about our show is it's totally live. It's all real, played by human beings, played by real people up there expressing themselves. So meaning that if we hit a wrong note, we're going to hit it twice so we meant it. I mean, we really are playing. We really are singing. We're really doing the job. And we're so proud of that in a world where that is not a normal thing anymore. We're not fooling you with anything. This is what we got. We're going to give you everything we got. And we just want you to come out now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because with all the synthesizers and other things that can be added, and then the when people play the auto track, that's a lot of it isn't live. It isn't real voices at the performance. It's something recorded. And so having, like you said, having all those real experiences with highs and lows and maybe a missed note or maybe whatever, I mean, it's all part of it. And like you
So now,
said, it means you're human and it means you're getting, You're getting what you paid for.
Getting
You're
the
getting
human
the human
experience.
experience. Yes, absolutely. I love that because I think that there's not enough of those types of performances anymore. And the thing I worry about is with AI and stuff like that, who actually owns that music? So if somebody's creating music with AI, who owns that? Is it the platform that it came off of? Is it some somebody
I
that did a voice
yeah,
track?
don't
Like,
know.
who owns it, you know? And it's like, so when you're actually out there performing and writing music or performing music that somebody else has written, it's real, and you know who owns it, you know who's doing it, and you know it's a real experience. But when you're talking about some of those artificial intelligent type songs and performances, it's just not the same.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's just not the same because I don't feel the heartbeat in it. When you're playing real music, you can feel the heartbeat in it. You can feel the heart and the passion because you're in that moment. You've got the adrenaline, you've got all those things, and so it's a whole different performance than something that's auto-tuned or the music tracks, whatever. I just, I think people miss out when they use that type of technology to perform.
I could not agree more.
Yeah, because I don't think you really get what you pay for in that instance because you don't have the passion and the heart that you guys bring from every performance. Because I've watched several of your videos now, and I just love the energy. And I know why Happy is named Happy because he's always smiling. In every single video, every single thing he does, he's always smiling.
We're all that way. We're very welcoming presence when you come see us. We want you to have a good time.
Well, I love that. Well, I'm not going to keep you because I know that your time is valuable. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on tonight and for sharing more about your experience with going to Kuwait and playing for service members over there, and then just your passion for what you do and how you're paying homage or tribute or performing, 80s. Talent basically because you're talent of your own because obviously you couldn't match their energy and match what they do unless you had your own talent. So you're definitely a talented bunch of individuals, and I love your performances, and I pray that you continue giving the world that special performance and that special music in the way that you can only you can bring it.
We certainly appreciate you and thank you for having me. And God bless America. God bless our troops. Love you guys.
Thank you. This is Trace Around signing off.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.